Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Caroline. Today I'm going to be talking about getting picked up at Narita Airport and going to my dorm. Okay, so if you didn't watch the last video, um, I flew into Narita, got through customs easily, got my luggage easily, got my money exchanged to yen, got my SIM card, um, and so the next thing was to get picked up by Soka. So we had it arranged we're going to get picked up at like 5 p.m. and it just said like Terminal 1 by the buses lane. I never thought about this till I got there, but I was like, I don't know what this bus looks like. I don't know if they know how to contact me. Like, they'll probably just leave me. I started thinking about that. I was like, if I can't find this, they're just going to leave me behind. I was like, I don't know what to do. And on top of that, I was waiting for my friend Courtney to come in. Who's also from the same university I'm from. She was like an hour behind me, an hour, maybe a little more, behind me in flight wise. So I was waiting for her, and I was like trying to find these buses at the same time, and she just arrived. And so she was going through customs, and it took her a little bit because of stuff with filling out the form, and the lines were longer than when I went through. So she was getting nervous that she was going to make it out by 5 to get picked up by that bus, and I was nervous because I was like, I don't even know where the bus is. I don't want to miss the bus. And then on the second like point is I wanted to find the bus too. If she's like only like a few minutes behind, I could be like, you should wait for the student because, contact stuff. I wasn't sure if they could contact her either, so I was like, you should wait for the student because she's about to come out like in a few minutes. Um, so it's 5. Didn't see the bus, like literally like went up down the lanes, like the end stretch, the south and north part of Terminal 1, and couldn't see the bus. And um Courtney actually finally eventually got out, and we met up together and we're like, okay, we both don't see the bus, we need to try to find a contact number. So she had the card where we had contact information for our director, and she called the director, and it said like the number, like something wasn't working, like it wasn't right, and she's like, I don't know if I typed this in right for Japan. She's like, I don't know. And then I had a number for like our sponsor for when we're here, and so I was like, okay, try this number. And we had to use her phone because again, my phone's a mess. It doesn't work. Um, so that worked, and we figured out they were like the furthest you could go up on like the north wing of Terminal 1. And so like we get up there and like they're leaving in 10 minutes is what we were told. So we're like, okay, we need to run there so we don't have to wait till like 9 o'clock at night, which is like what, 4 hours later from when we want to be picked up. And so we like run there, and there's like a group of students, and we're like, oh, thank goodness, like we made it. Um, so we talked to the students, and then eventually we walked to our bus, which was a big bus, and there's like so few of us, like there's like one, two, three, there's like 6 or 7 of us, I think, with like a big bus. So that was nice. We like put our luggage underneath the bus. We got on the bus. It was super warm on the bus, and it's really cold here. It's like in the 40s, but it was like freezing last night. It's probably lower than 40 last night, so it was really cold. So we got on the bus, and we like had so much leg room, and I appreciated that so much after being on the planes. And each of us were an individual seat. And so basically they're like, okay, we're gonna drive to Soka now, and we rode for like 15 minutes, probably 10 minutes, and we stopped in our place, and we like picked up like 3 more students, and another person gets on the bus, and they're like, so we just want to let you know that the oil is leaking on the bus, and we're going to change buses on the highway. And I just look at my friends, I'm like, did I just hear that right? Like, did they say the oil's leaking and we're gonna drive still and then change buses on a highway? I was like, on a highway, and we have all our suitcases underneath too, like really, really big, the 50-pound giant suitcases. And I was like, how how is this going to work? I was like, all I can imagine in like America, and people are just like laying into their horns, like if you did something like that, I'm like, this doesn't seem safe, but you know, whatever, like we'll see how this turns out. And so we did change buses, but it was like in a parking lot, like right off the highway, like a stop station kind of. So that's what they meant. And so I was like really relieved. I was like, okay, thank God, like I'm not changing in the middle of the highway. But the bus we changed to was smaller, and so there was barely any room to put the suitcases underneath. So we put all the small ones underneath, and we took our big ones and we moved them up at like the top where we were all sitting. So there was like us sitting each seat and like a giant stack of suitcases. Um, and so, oh, another really cool thing is when we were at the stop, we used the bathroom, and the bathrooms are really cool. It was like the sliding open door. It was like huge, and it was like, you know, like the Japanese bathrooms with like all the different buttons, and then like on the other side it had like the bathroom holes in the ground, which I hate a lot. And it was really funny though because there's like signs in the beginning. It was like, oh, Western style toilet and Japanese style toilet. And for the Western style toilet, it said the Western style was one with the holes in the ground. I was like, we do not use toilets with the holes in the ground. I'm like, that's wrong. That's a lie. So I started thinking, I was like, how many Japanese people think Americans have toilets that are in the ground? Or like any other Westerner? I was like, because that's not true. But that was really cool. We actually took like the first pictures we took together. My friends and I were in a bathroom, but it was really cool. So then we got on the bus, and the person taking us there was like, okay, it's gonna be 2 hours till we get to Soka, and they said people in the Sunflower dorm, you'll be the first to get off, and me and the other students from my university all live in the Sunflower dorm. So I was like, okay, cool. Um, so the ride was nice too. I was starting to get tired, but I saw the Sky Tower, which is kind of like the new thing, kind of like Tokyo Tower, but it's like the new one. So that was cool to see on the ride. Um, and so we pulled up to Soka University, and we got out, and they're like, okay, Sunflower people get off. So we got off, we had to take our bags out, and then we had to put all our bags in like a small car, and then we all went into a different car. And there's only like four of us, three of us from same university as me, and one girl from Ecuador, I think. And so I was like, that's the perfect number. I was like, thank God there's only four of us. And so it's really close to university. It's like a 15-minute walk, so I can't imagine. It's a really short car ride, I guess. So we get out to the university, and I mean to the dorm, and when we get into the dorm, there's like a bunch of girls waiting for us, and I could hear them. They were speaking Japanese with the guy who drove us, and they were like, "Oh, do these girls speak Japanese?" And he's like, "Oh no, not at all." But I was like, "How do you know if I speak Japanese or not?" I'm like, "You didn't really ask me." And they're saying this in Japanese. Meanwhile, I understood what they were saying about us. So I was like, "No, I speak Japanese." But luckily, the girls who introduced us into the dorm, they asked us individually. I guess there's like people already live here that were signed to us, the new people. So they just asked themselves, and of course I was like, I only speak a little bit of Japanese. Choto, nashimasu. So, it was such a nice welcoming, like, it was so, so nice. So when you first go in, there's like a passcode you do to get in, and there's like a tiled room kind of, and there's like all these. I'm gonna show videos of what it looks like later, so you know I'm describing better, or I'll add pictures here, either or. But it was like shoe boxes, and they had slippers for us, and then so we got our slippers and we put our shoes in the shoe box, and they said, okay, so this number on your shoe box is your room number. So my room number is 113, and then they took us to our rooms, and it was really cute. On my door, it says a sign with my full name, like right up on there, and it's so cute they made for me. So that was nice, seeing that, and came into my room. It's kind of like a smaller room, but it's really nice. Like I have so much. Like I have a bed with all my sheets and like mattress on, like the cover, I mean, and like a pillow, which I didn't think I was gonna get. I brought my own, which is wasted weight, I guess, but oh well. better prepared. I have a, what is that? Like a shelf. I put my shoes on it. My bed has a dresser underneath of it. I have shelves like all the way around here, like so many shelves. I have hooks like put on everything. I have a closet. I have a mirror on the wall. I had like a laundry basket they gave me. I have like a broom sweep thing, and I also have like a little patio, and it has like a little wire with clips, I guess, to hang clothes on. So this room's like decked out. It may be small, but it's like really decked out. I have like a thermostat thing to change too, so that's really really nice. And my room's all the way at the end of the hallway, so I have no one like behind me that. So I have on this side. There's one person next to me, so that's good because of making these videos. Like, I feel like if I was central, where people walk by and they hear me just talking like English and crazy, they probably think I'm a crazy person. So it's kind of good that I'm tucked away into the corner so no one's like, that girl talks to herself a lot. It's weird. Plus I'm on Skype, so there's gonna be a lot of chatting in this room, just me in this room. Um, so I also had like the girl showed me a room. She showed me a list of rules. There's a lot of rules, but it's whatever. They're not bad. I was given a dorm fee. At first, I was really scared. I'm like, this is supposed to be free housing. I was like, why do I see like a dorm fee? But it's like only like it's like 750 yen, which is like a little over $7. And it's for, they do like events in the dorm, and they also celebrate people's birthday. Like, they get them cake for their birthday. And they're like, this is contributing towards that. Like, we celebrate things together. And I'm like, that's so nice. I was like, okay, like, I'm fine with this. This dorm's such a tight-knit community. I can already tell that people are really close here, and everyone's very, very friendly. So after that, she gave me my key, to my room, and she showed me the different areas in the dorm. So there's a bathroom that's like a room with just like toilets and like a sink and a mirror. I'll have to show you guys that. It's crazy. It's another one was like Japanese, like tons of buttons. At first I didn't see like the flush on the side. I thought it was an actual button, and I was like, how do I flush this thing? I was like reading the kanji and like hiragana like crazy to see if I could find something. I was like, I don't see anything. But there's like buttons to make noise, turn off noise, sanitize, like clean it, and bidet. There's a seat warmer. The seat warmer was on. It was super super nice. But I found the flush on the side, so that was cool. I have pictures of that too. I'll show you later. I don't think I can do video in there because that's gonna be awkward and weird. I'm just gonna take pictures and I'll talk through it with you guys. And then the next room besides it is, well, there's one to the left of it. I think it's the left of it. I can't remember. That's a laundry room. It's like hyakuen for per load, so it's like $1 per load. And they have sinks in there too. And the girl told me, she's like, this is where you can like blow dry your hair, because I'm not allowed to have blow dryers in my room. But that's okay because I don't blow dry my hair because I have really, it's kind of straight right now, but I have super wavy / curly hair, so it gets really frizzy if I blow dry, so I don't do that, so I didn't care about that. And then the room to the right of the bathroom is another bathroom, and it's filled with showers. And let me tell you how relieved I was about this, because I was really concerned that it was going to be more like a traditional Japanese bathroom, and I knew what that was like because when I was little, I did Euron Island Adventure Camp with a host family I stayed with, and the bathrooms basically there were like a huge tiled room with like shower heads on the wall and like stools by each shower head, and then like a big hot tub. So like what people do all together, so they all get naked together, lather, rinse their hair, shower it off, and then just soak in the hot tub. So everyone's like exposed out in front of each other. Definitely not a US thing. So me and the other girls were really concerned it was gonna be like that, but when I went in the bathroom, it was like deep showers with like doors, like a lot of privacy, like more than I expected. Like I would just wanted like a curtain, but I got a nice door, so I was like, yeah. Like my friend and I actually talked about that later. Like, they have doors, they have individual shower stalls, so that was really nice. After that, they took me to like a main area. It has like a big long table, chairs, and like a TV. And then like in there too, there's like a big table of rice cookers, rice cooker after rice cooker. Like there's probably like over 10 of them in each. Like there's 3 girls assigned to each rice cooker. So I basically have my own rice cooker with 2 other girls. Um, and then in the kitchen, there's tons of fridges, and that's the same, like 3 girls per fridge. So, and there's like spaces assigned inside the fridge, so I have my own space in the fridge and freezer. And then they have tons of like, what are they called? Like stove tops, but they're like gas. And they have like cabinets. I have my own cabinet, like to myself, a whole cabinet. I have like the stove cooker, so that's like really, really nice. So I was like, this is a lot of stuff. Like, I didn't expect to have this much in the dorm. So that was really shocking in a good way, in a really good way. Um, so after she took me on the tour, then she like there's this like food lined out, and she's like, "Oh, this is a gift from like one of the coordinators, like the head of the programs." I forgot who she said, and we got to like pick out among things. So like one thing like everyone just gets is like water. It says "Oishi Mizu," which is like good water, tasty water. And then there was like these gelatin things. You see that? How it's kind of like stuck in there. I got pear flavor. So then they had the other ones was like grape and something else. So I just chose pear. And then they had different ramens. I picked the weirdest one I could find, which is milk seafood. And my friend and I were talking about this. I'll probably do a video when we're actually eating it, so you guys get the full experience and reaction. And then the last thing we got is like different types of bread. I got Danish melon. The other ones were like chocolate and coffee flavor, but I thought it was interesting because I had the melon. I was trying to pick out like the more different looking flavors, kind of to show you guys. And I'm really excited to try the exotic things, just to experience it, whether it be good or bad. So that was really nice. And then, so after that, I went back to my room for a little bit, kind of organized because I was so tired, like so tired. It was like about 9 at night at that time. And you know, like the day ahead of here, like the flight, I only slept a little bit on the flight, so it was like no sleep. My eyes were starting to twitch because I had my contacts in the whole time. So I was like, my eyes aren't functioning anymore. I need to change into glasses. But then my friend came and got me, and they made us curry themselves, and that was so good too. I hadn't really ever had like real Japanese curry, and it was really good. And they said it was vegetarian because I'm pescatarian, so that was good. I was like, oh, that's good, because I looked at it. I saw potatoes in it first. I was like, Nico ga arimasu? I was like, is there meat in that? I was like, is that meat basically? And they're like, no, it's vegetarian. Um, and so I kind of just like, I was so out of it at that point. Like, I was so tired. So I was just like, slowly like lifting the curry and eating it. I was like, oh, okay. And then they kind of like all approached me, and they're introducing themselves to me and speaking in Japanese with me, and which was like really nice, getting to practice. Of course, like I was, I was like mentally like dead. So I was like, oh god, like what am I saying? I was like, but I communicated okay. It was okay. It turned out fine. And they're really nice people. Really nice people. So I'm like super excited to get to know everyone more. I'm really bad with names, so I've already forgotten half of their names. Plus, I was super tired. Hopefully, I remember their names and become good friends with them because they're so nice. It was such a warm welcome. So basically after that, I kind of just crashed in my room, which felt really good. And I woke up at 7:30 this morning a.m. Not tired. I guess I already adjusted to the time change, which is weird. I don't know. It just worked. I guess it's because I have trouble sleeping anyway normally in the US, so I guess it works to my advantage with the time change. I don't know. So I woke up this morning and I set up my phone stuff more and got my room organized, and we're shopping today at 1:10. So the next video I'm gonna post for you guys is about my shopping experience and maybe the things I'm just buying basic things though, so that's kind of boring. It's gonna be like pens and pencils. Oh, I'm a pen nerd, so maybe I'll get like a cool pen. Um, Hangers. I need hangers. What else? Nail polish remover. I need like a cup, a fork, a knife, a plate, a bowl. I guess I need to buy a pan because I can't cook for myself unless I buy a pan. So just basic utility stuff like that I'm gonna buy, but the store is gonna be interesting. I know that much. So tune in the next video to see my shopping experience. And again, I'm gonna try to add pictures maybe to the videos or do a separate blog that's a written blog with pictures attached to it. And if I do that, I'll provide it in the links below. So, like the video, subscribe if you want to hear more about my experience in Japan.